There we go. So, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how much gas I have in the tank, so I'm going to do my best. But I'm already, like, just so tired. Which I feel like I complain about a lot, because I usually am tired. But anyway, I'll go ahead and hang out, see if anyone just deems to join us this evening. Or morning, whatever. Whole evening, fuck it. Can't keep getting lost in the semantical argument, so that's what we're gonna go with for the time being. God, yeah, this might be a really short stream. I don't know how much energy I got in me, but I'm gonna do the best. I'm just gonna try out for at least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes I can do. And if no one's ordered up in that time, then I'll just go to bed. Just the way it is. What was I doing? I was gonna do a thing, and now I don't remember what the thing was. And now the thing is gone. Okay, here we go. It was a very merry day. Alright, here we go. Let's copy that linky link. Go on the DC cord. I do not know if I have the capacity to do this tonight. I really don't, but we'll see what happens. I should be treating myself with more respect. Where's my body with more respect? Keep pushing past my limit, well past my limits. And it's hard to function that way. Alright, let me see. Doobly-dee. Going on the thing of Bobber. And dropping the thing of Beeb. There we go. Now we shall wait and see if any new developments may occur. Oh, somebody's here. Hey, Allie. How you doing? How are you doing this fine morning, evening, whatever? Christ almighty. Bear with me, it's been a rather exhausting few days. But I am making it through now. We are doing the best we can. Huzzah. Hey, Jeff, good to see you, man. How you doing? I'm hanging in there. I'm not feeling my best right now, so it's probably going to be a short stream. Because I'm not feeling very well physically or mentally. So, not end of the world type scenario. Not like it was like this time last year, but, still, I got a fair amount going on. Started back up as a teacher in my job, and it is not necessarily kicking my ass. This means I'm a lot busier than I was before. Hey, Yagami, good to see you, dude. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, talk to me, squawk me. What's up? Okay, I shared in Discord, so... But what did you share in Discord? Ah, okay, I see. Hey, Savage, good to see you guys. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh, that's right, you had surgery and stuff, right? Like, how you feel? Like, how'd that go? How you feeling? Getting better, still recovering, but I'm well enough to get back to my job. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, that sounds fucking difficult, dude. I'm sorry to go through all that. How you doing, Savage? How are you doing, Yagami? What's new and exciting? Oh my god. This is one of those evenings where I'm gonna try my level best to at least make it to 12:30. Because, great, and I'm struggling this exact moment, but it's still better than it was last year, and I'm gonna take that with a grain of gratitude. And recognize that right now I'm just having a very weird mixture of emotions. It's show week and dress rehearsals today. We have 3 shows, Thursday, Friday, but I'm so tired already. Ooh, that's fun. All right, what show are you doing? Life ain't killed me yet, friend. That's a spirit. Took an hour bath. Oh my god, an hour bath sounds fucking amazing. What's up? Hey, Rusty. How you doing? Do you like the Seussical? Oh, Seussical, classic choice. All right, good. Musicals are tough. But dude, like we only have like one dinky little bathtub here, and it is not great for like hour-long baths, and that makes me so upset because I love a good bath. Oh my god, get like a nice candle set up, get some Epsom salt, get some bubbles in there, and oh my god, I could sit there forever. Hello, random payday player. Have you been here before? You seem new to me. In fact, that is so. You are new to me. Welcome. Feel free to make yourself comfortable. Welcome to the stream. This is basically... Oh, that's your cousin? Is it really? Alright, cool. Well, welcome aboard all the same. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Same with grandma's, and she has the biggest bath, so good. Oh, dude, I'm so fucking jealous. Like, my dad's place has, the old house, I guess it is to say, had a great fucking bathtub in there. And unfortunately now he's officially rented out to somebody else, so I can't go there anymore, even in secret, despite, you know, my hatred towards man. My cousin sent me here. Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, well, whatever the case may be, welcome. Feel free to talk as little or as much as you'd like. As I work my way through all the things. Jesus Christ. But anyway. Alright, let's see what's on the nerdy news networks. Something that's not necessarily about real life, or at least not like really serious stuff, because we don't need we don't need necessarily dive into all that. Have you seen Superman yet? Yes, I did. And I don't know if anyone else saw it here, so I'm not going to spoil anything for everyone, but it's good. Like as far as Superman movie goes, like this was pretty much everything I wanted it to be and more. Like I don't know how they could have done this better. I mean, it's obviously just probably tightened up, but it was so fucking good. And I do want to see it again because I actually missed like the first 10-15 minutes, so I kind of guessed a lot of what the plot was for a bit. But I loved it. Superman's gonna go on Amazon Prime, so I can hit. Because I'm too lazy to go to the movies. It's gonna be a while, you got me, because it's right now. It's in theaters and it's a pretty big hit. So it's gonna be a long time before it goes on streaming. Oh, it's really good. No spoilers, but definitely recommend. Oh yeah, no, I loved it. As someone who grew up in the cynical Snyderverse part of it. Sorry, I gotta check about Ellie's comment. Fuck, I lost train of thought. I'm not even high. Time I had a big tub, I was in it for 3 hours. Oh my god, fuck yeah! I never understood people that get like the trays. Like those trays that you can drink wine and shit for like when they're in the bathtub. It's like sounds great in theory, but or like read a book. But like reading a book in the bath feels way too dangerous, and I don't know how people do it. Because knowing my luck, I would just get the entire thing just sopping wet and I'd be screwed. Like Kindle maybe, but even then you worry about that like dropping that into the water too. Hello, like I recognize you. I believe. Let's see if you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Welcome back, dude. Welcome back. Glad you can join us. How's everyone feeling tonight? Yeah. What does this stuff do? Yes, hello to you too, Gummy. I assume you're saying hi to like a DJ, which I will go with, because I know the original name we knew by was Goku, but I think we've long moved past that, so we're just gonna keep it as is. So I will call you by your chosen name, and I will respect that. Jesus Christ, this stuff is really expensive. So I'm looking at something kind of funky. Not worth it. But yeah, so Superman, fantastic movie. I loved it. Especially as someone who's like, oh, that's what I was talking about. Someone who grew up in the Snyderverse era of Superman, which I really wanted to like. I really did. And even Man of Steel, I won't say is a bad movie. I think they got some stuff right. But I did rewatch it not too long ago and kind of realized that like Henry Cavill is kind of the most boring part of the movie. Sorry to leave so soon. It's my granny's birthday and I gotta go. Oh, all right, cool. Sounds good. Like happy birthday to your grandma, dude. Go do what you gotta do. Family comes first. What is this that they're saying on the internet? Looks like after 2 decades, one of the stars of Kingdom Hearts is finally playing the games. Because apparently the voice actor who played Riku through this entire franchise has never played him. Well, isn't that interesting? Alright, what else we got? Oh, apparently the Superman's big kiss scene was censored, but in India. I was just kind of curious why on that one. Jordan, do you like Christopher Reeves more, or you like the new movie, assuming it's gonna get a trilogy? I mean, if I had to pick one, like, the new guy they got, I forget his name, David something, is fantastic. He is an incredible Superman. He instantly kind of fits in there and makes it his own. I loved it. But I still gotta give it to Christopher Reeves. Because of the bunch, he nailed the Clark to Superman, transformation there. Supposedly the floating kiss scene was deemed sexual or something. God, such prudes. There we go. Why was the scene removed? According to India's CBFC, the kiss was overly sensual. So not sexual, sensual. I don't know what the distinction is, but there you go. For Superman UA 13 plus rating, which is similar to the MPAA's PG-13 rating in the United States, reportedly another kiss between the two lovebirds was also removed for similar reasons. This is likely the kissing scene that happened in Lois Lane's kitchen earlier in the movie. The news that kissing scenes removed from Superman led to reported backlash online from members of India's movie industry. Variety spotted actor Shreya, not even try to pronounce that last name, react negatively to the reports of Superman's censorship. If this is true, this is ridiculous, she says. Some ridiculous crap happens every day, every damn day. Sure, this is the least of our worries, but is something done about anything else? This is some crap every day, every damn day. It's a different culture, so I guess they could do that, even though I don't think it's bad at kissing. Yeah, I know every kind of country kind of has their own standards and that kind of stuff, but I don't know. It's like one of those things, again, weirdly prudish. I don't know. We're still like that in 2026 or 2025. What year is it? Am I in the past? Yes. Hold on, let me go in there. Supposedly, I'm writing a hero story. The main character had no tragic backstory, complete living relatives, and a brat when he was a kid. What do you think? The story is not focused on him, it's the story. Well, what are you trying to get out of the story? Because that's just the concept of a character. Like, what happens in the story? What are the inciting incidents? Where does the tension of the story come from? Because your story has to have tensions, otherwise you're going to bore your audience to tears. My God, I'm dying. The Tiger Apprentice? I don't think I've heard of that, What the fuck is the Tiger Apprentice? Oh, it's an animated movie. Okay. Are we laughing because it's good, or are we laughing because it's bad? Well, maybe a normal guy, nothing tragic, becomes a hero just because he's good. Again, that doesn't really answer my question, you got me. Because, again, that's just a concept for a hero. What actually happens in the story? What happens to our hero? Because, like, yeah, having the character idea for main character is great, but it doesn't actually tell you anything about what actually happens in the story. It just tells you a character in it. So if you say, like, if you like have a character that you want to pitch, that's totally fine. But if you want a character interesting, especially when he's kind of making like a generic show, like Joe Schmo, you need to actually say what happened in the story. If you write your character story without conflict or crisis, you bore your audience to tears. Yep. From Adaptation, which is honestly one of Nicolas Cage's best movies that no one really talks about. Trippy as hell and kind of brilliant film, extremely meta. That's about a screenwriter who is the writer of the film. A little bit pretentious, but bear with it. He's played by Nicolas Cage, and he has a twin brother, also obviously played by Nicolas Cage. And he's trying to write a screenplay about this book, and he's trying not to try to make it like the real world. Like he's trying to find kind of a plot and a story, but kind of a more mundane, something more realistic. But he just can't figure it out. So he eventually goes to this seminar where he pitches it to Brian Cox, who plays the seminar leader, who is fantastic in that role, by the way. Who basically just says, like, yeah, I want to make something where nothing really happens and it's kind of mundane, and the guy just looks and goes, why the fuck would you waste my time with this kind of shit? That's not a movie. Like, you gotta go back in there and add it in the drama. Brilliant movie, by the way. And I would recommend it, especially if you're like an aspiring screenwriter or story writer. I actually got an award for doing a short stage adaptation of that scene. So if it doesn't seem something tragic, why would you become a hero? Now, to be fair, you don't necessarily have to have a tragic backstory to become a hero. You don't. I.e., Superman. But if you want him to be the hero, then you have to have what's called an inciting incident. Adaptation encapsulates the right experience in totality. Yeah, and like the way it sets up its climax too is actually very funny. Where again, like it has this all conversation where Nicolas Cage is having a conversation with Brian Cox at a bar after his seminar because he wants some one-on-one advice, and then basically says like, "Look, all you really need to do is master the ending. If you can get if you have a great ending, an audience is gonna forgive a lot of bullshit." So sure enough, the end of the movie is much more like it's suspenseful. There's more of a plot going on. There's a conspiracy that happens. And at the very end of that speech, Brian Cox says, "And don't you dare add a Deus Ex Machina." For those who don't know, a Deus Ex Machina is basically like a last-minute plot item that comes out of fucking nowhere that magically solves the plot. He didn't become a Superman until a tragic accident almost took Lois from him. That is not true. I don't know where he got that from, but that's not true. Superman was Superman before he even met Lois. Anyway, so yeah, and the ending falls like there's a big climax. Also, the girl, like an alligator, comes out of nowhere and just bites the leg of the woman. It's like, oh, they used a Deus Ex Machina. That's fucking genius. Great movie. If you're aspiring storyteller, he had his powers, but he wasn't a hero. Ali, I have no idea where you're getting this information. I call myself the fucking comic nerd. I know this is factually incorrect. Like, he was called Superboy. He grew up in Kansas, in Smallville. He had an established life there. He had a different girlfriend, Lana Lang. Like, he was Superman, like, doing superhero stuff way before he even met Lois at all. And it wasn't because some tragic accident happened with her. He did it because he wanted to do it. There is no tragedy there. There's no suspenseful story. I don't know where you got this idea, but it's incredibly incorrect. Like, if you can cite me what story you're even referring to, like, I might be able to go off of that, but, like, yeah, that's not true. You really want to dig into, in my opinion, the Kenso inciting incident via the raising of him and showing him kindness, patience, and love as parents should. Yeah, like, that's Superman's backstory. He just had good parents, and he wanted to do good things. That's Superman. That's kind of what this whole appeal is. He never had a tragic backstory. He never had some tragic desire to, like, I must fight in favor because of Lois or something like that. That never happened. Now, has Lois been in danger many, many times? Yes. Lois Lane has a reputation. The original... Okay. That's... Even though that's what the movie did, that's not the character at all, though. Alright, I'm gonna fact check this because you could be right, but in the comics that's not at all what he does. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing what you're talking about, Ali, but it's not even tragic. How has Lois never died? She always gets in danger. They always wait for Superman. Plot armor, basically. So let's break down the plot of the original Superman the movie. So that way we get an idea of where this is coming from. On the planet Krypton, Jor-El, a member of the Kryptonian High Council, sends criminals General Zod, Ursa, and Nod to the Phantom Zone. He warns the Council that Krypton will be destroyed by its exploding red supergiant sun, but they dismiss his concerns. For the planet's destruction, Jor-El and his wife Laura send their infant son, Kal-El, to Earth. where his unique physiology grants him evolving superhuman abilities. Kel's spaceship touched down near Smallville, Kansas, found by Jonathan and Martha Kent, who are astonished when the infant lifts their truck. They adopt him, naming him Clark. As he grows, heighten his powers, Jonathan believes Clark was sent to Earth for a special purpose. Years later, after losing Jonathan to a fatal heart attack, which, by the way, weird trend in Superman comics where of all the people that die in there, it's always Pa Kent. I don't know why Pa always gets the shaft, but it's usually Pa. Teenage Clark is contacted by a glowing green crystal from a spaceship that is hidden in the barn. This leads him to the Arctic, where a Fortress of Solitude, echoing Krypton's architecture, ascends from the ice. Inside, Jor-El's hologram reveals Clark's heritage and trains him for 12 years. Emerging in a red and blue suit bearing the crest of the House of El, he is cautioned against changing human history. Yeah, he has no really emotional tie to Krypton, yeah. He didn't grow up there and has no memories other than secondhand accounts and data logs. Yes, he can feel loneliness and loss of cultural history, but Paul Kent dying is like Uncle Ben dying. It's a canon event. That's the thing, though. Like, I don't even think he... Is he dead right now in the comics? I honestly do not know. I was like... Is Jonathan Kent dead in the comics? Okay, he's died in some version. I don't know if he's... Right now, he's still alive, but he has died multiple times in different versions of the character. Emotionally speaking, it's as foreign to him as to humans. Yeah. Alright, let me go back to the plot. So it looks like even in this, he was trained to be Superman way before he even met Lois. Allie, that's a fucking stretch. Because when we're talking about tragedy, we're talking about what motivates the character. Superman is not at all motivated by the destruction of Krypton. He's not. He has no attachment to it. I mean, alright. So it looks like he revealed himself to save Lois, but he was not driven by Lois. He was not driven by her almost dying. He just did the right thing at the time because it was the right thing to do. That just happened to be his first appearance. The whole side of people have powers. I mean, technically, yes, but I get what Ali is saying, that, you know, in their planet, they would not have any. Lineage, you can have Superman with 2 living parents. You like Candace Spider-Man, at least as we know him, without Uncle Ben dying. Yeah, that's sad but true. So, like, I don't know. Like, Ali, I feel like you're changing your argument so you're not technically wrong. Because if the idea is like he's motivated by that, no, he is not. He has never been motivated by some tragic event. Even if, like yeah, maybe his planet blew up, but he was never motivated by that. Never. He was doing this stuff regardless. Now, in the movie here, it looks like that society helped train him to be Superman, but it did not motivate him explicitly to be that, or even implicitly. Krypton never exploded. He would have been raised differently. Maybe good, maybe not as good, but he'd just be different. Yeah, true. Yes, you got me. Go ahead. Go ahead and ask your question. I'm sure it's not stupid, but you're welcome to prove me wrong. And this is to remind you guys, it's hope. No, I'm not gonna say that. That feels shitty to say. Yeah, here we go. Clark is hired as a reporter for the Daily Planet Metropolis. He is drawn to Lois Lane. After saving her from a helicopter accident, Clark secretly uses his powers in public acts of heroism, gaining immediate fame as the Caped Wonder. Perry White, the Daily Planet chief, seeks more information on his new hero. In costume, Clark later visits Lois, taking her on a flight, leading her to her coin that's named Superman. So yeah, like, Lois was an element, but not the whole thing. But like, Allie, you need to understand though, when I'm telling you you're wrong, and I know for a fact you are wrong, can you do me a favor and just admit you're wrong about this? If Superman went somewhere like a gym to Venice Beach and ate more healthy like a health nut, would his powers increase because he usually doesn't work out? And he's usually... and he is strong, would working out make him stronger? No to the first one. He would still have his kind of power. It's kind of like a godlike kind of thing, like the Greek gods. Allie, this is really frustrating because this is the multiple times we've had this where you refuse to ever admit you're wrong, and quite frankly, I'm really getting fucking sick of it. It's okay to change your opinion based on new information. For the love of God, can we fucking do that? Sorry. Really irritates me. Really fucking irritates me. I hate that stubbornness. I don't get it. Why is admitting you're wrong by saying so fucking tied to your ego? It's not funny. I'm not joking. I'm not fucking joking. Whatever. Superman did what he did at the end of Superman the movie because he cared about Lois and had lost her. Like, he lost his father and he couldn't accept it. Yeah, like, that part was motivated by Lois, for sure. That was a climax, you know? I want to go on a rant about this, but people apparently think it's just kind of funny when I'm not fucking joking about this, and it really fucking pisses me off. And I'm kind of having a hard time reconciling that right now, because again, I cannot stress enough how much I hate this, and how much that stubbornness has led to so much of the fucking shit we deal with now. I'm gonna take a moment to calm down. Okay. Everybody, thank you. Somebody fucking gets it. And isn't weirdly condescending about it. Why is ego so much more important than admitting flaws? That's something I genuinely don't get. And that's all like that kind of stubbornness is about. It's about ego. It's about maintaining some sense of self that there's no possibility to be wrong, because that, like, in some way admits weakness, which is stupid. Because everyone's wrong sometimes. I'm wrong a lot of the time. But the thing is, I talk to experts who know more about this than I do, and I fucking listen to them, and I change my opinion accordingly. And I don't get why it's so hard for so many fucking people to do. And so much of the shit we deal with, the anti-vax crap, all the misinformation that's going on about transgender people and people in the queer spectrum would not exist if people just fucking listen to experts. That's why measles is back. Measles is back because people took on to the anti-vax shit, despite every expert in the world telling them that's not how it works. And now measles is back, killing a whole bunch of kids. I'm sorry, I've been having issues with my anger lately. Because to admit fault is to admit weakness in society, especially for men, says that's being wrong is worse than death. Yeah, and I've dealt enough in my own family. It's like that, there's never an apology for it either. You know, that's also the frustrating part. There's no admission of frailty in any way, which is so dumb to me, because admitting your faults and your frailties is way stronger than pretending they don't exist. It takes much more courage to admit you're wrong than to stubbornly cling to a viewpoint that is provably false. Just because you look weak if you think you look weak if you don't admit it. You look weaker if you don't. Because apologizing is also considered weakness. It's madness. And like, why is that the norm now? Has pride become such a vanity among, like, especially Americans, that the idea of ever admitting wrongness on anything is a fucking problem? Confirmation bias is a bitch, man. For those who don't know, confirmation bias is basically this thing that says, like, you will ignore all evidence to the contrary except the one that confirms what you already want to believe, regardless of whether or not the person saying that, the person doing that, is actually correct or making shit up. And so many people, especially right now, especially in the conservative groups, fucking live off that. And it's so frustrating for a lot of us who actually trying to learn and grow and understand things better. To see people like live in ignorance because, God forbid, they admit they don't know anything. Like, I remember when the fucking Iran thing happened, people said, like, oh, they have nuclear weapons. And then suddenly I had 5,000 people, despite all the experts, even Trump's own people saying that Iran did not have any nuclear weapons, are suddenly fucking nuclear power experts. And telling me, like, well, they have these percentages, so that might mean they have it. It's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're not a fucking nuclear expert. You're just parroting what you've been told. Let's turn to a very angry rant that I did not want. I'm fucking sick of this, man. I'm fucking sick of it. We need to demand better from each other on that. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's not a fun character trait. It's just obnoxious and annoying as shit. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for pulling me out. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Fantastic Four too. I think that's gonna be good. It's gonna be... Your mic sounds odd. I'll check it. I don't really know what I can do about it. Let me see. Okay, gotta get past the ad. Yeah. It's popping your audio. It could be because I'm yelling. Alright, here we go. Try turning the microphone off and on. You guys got through the ads. Come on. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I hear what you guys are talking about. Okay, did that do anything? No, it still sounds a little funky. Let me see here. Actually, Allie's a mod. You got me, so I don't know if she's still here or not, but yeah, that would qualify. Alright. I don't know, but did that do anything? Did it change anything? I think it just fucked. Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here anyway, guys. I'm feeling a little triggered. And I don't think I'm in a good place to continue conversations. So, I will be back on tomorrow night, though. We can start fresh. I apologize for my outburst. It's alright, Jeff. It happens. You know, I've been very dysregulated and not really myself lately. So I'm trying to get back to it, but I need your guys' help and not fight me on fucking everything. Alright, good night, everybody.